What's up, everyone? If you're new here, my name is Cece. This is my Cyberdeck, and we are going to be going through a time lapse of my entire build. You ready? So when I decided to build my Cyberdeck, I was super inspired by the idea of a Mermaid Polly Pocket. I really felt like I wanted to lean all the way into my Mermaid Polly Pocket aesthetic and extend that into a Tamagotchi. I basically found the shell first. That was like the most important part. I looked at actual Polly Pockets, but decided against it because the idea of getting like an old Polly Pocket toy and like gutting the inside made me really sad. So the first thing I started looking for was a frame clutch that fit my aesthetic. Frame clutches by design are kind of perfect for a Cyberdeck build. The frame is really durable and strong, as is the hinge. And then the closure for it is usually magnetic or a clicking clasp. So it's secure enough to hold your whole build in there without it falling out. So once I decided on the case and got it ordered, I had a better idea of what needed to fit inside of it. So after the case, I chose the brain, which ended up being a Raspberry Pi Model 3A Plus. It's a really small chip. It's also only 512 megabyte RAM, so it's not a very powerful chip at all. You can't run like heavy graphics or like a full desktop environment on it. It has a 128 gigabyte SD card in there. That's basically my whole board. The Pi is mounted onto the back of my touchscreen. Bluetooth keyboard just hooks up via Bluetooth. So there really wasn't a lot of wiring to do. So after picking the brain, I had to pick the peripherals. This is where it gets kind of hard because you have all these options. There are so many different peripheral possibilities that it just became this huge rabbit hole for me. I want a touch screen. Once I found out that I wanted a touch screen, I found out that there are different types of touch screens. So for my display, I went with a 3.5-inch capacitive display that has, touch and also hooks up via DSI instead of HDMI. So the DSI really saves a lot of bulk. So yeah, peripherals kind of became the biggest hunt for me. I decided I wanted a touch screen that was tiny, but still like a real touch screen. I really wanted a full QWERTY keyboard, which is almost impossible on a build this size. Like, okay, where am I gonna find the tiniest keyboard ever? And in addition to that, I wanted a trackpad, which is insane. The search wasn't doing too well. Like everything that was a mini keyboard was still way too big. And then I started thinking about old school phones and how they handled typing. And that's when I really decided, I was like, man, a BlackBerry keyboard would be perfect. Because the BlackBerry keyboard, it's a full QWERTY keyboard, and then it has a trackpad. I'm mission accomplished there. That was actually the most expensive component of the whole build. Like the chip was $20. The screen was about $38, $40. The battery bank was like $17. The keyboard, after like customs and shipping and stuff, was like $109. Totally worth it though, because it has this tiny trackpad. I can proudly say from both a design and function standpoint, I did not compromise on anything. I got every feature that I wanted. I got every aesthetic that I wanted. I didn't sacrifice anything of my vision. So for software, we started out with the Mermaid Tamagotchi. It also has a regular terminal, like you can SSH, and then it also has a direct chat window to my local AI. We ask my personal AI assistant to clean out my inbox, and it'll do it. So all in all, I had a complete blast building my Cyberdeck. If there's anybody watching this and is on the fence about building theirs or attempting to, I say go for it. I highly recommend that you do it. Even if you have no coding skills or any of that, it's a learning journey and it's so much fun, and you get to create something that's completely yours. So I highly recommend it. I'm actually looking forward to my next Cyberdeck build, which I will also be documenting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.